Biden White House played a role in the FBI raid on Trump's home. Documents obtained by the America First Legal Foundation, AFLF, indicate that the Biden White House was involved in the FBI raid on former President Donald Trump's Florida home via special access request, casting doubt on statements made by Biden administration officials that the White House did not interfere or get involved. The AFLF documents, in particular, call into question the Biden administration's claim that the National Archives and Records Administration's, NARA, Office of Inspector General, OIG, made a referral to the FBI regarding allegedly classified documents at Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence without any involvement from the White House. New NARA records obtained as part of America First Legal's investigation into the circumstances surrounding the Mar-a-Lago raid further confirmed that the FBI obtained access to these records via a special access request from the Biden White House on behalf of the Department of Justice, DOJ, AFLF said in a statement. On August 8, 2022, the FBI executed a search warrant at Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate to gather allegedly secret records that Trump claimed he declassified using presidential powers. In the immediate aftermath of the raid, Biden administration aides were cited in media reports as saying they were stunned by the development and learned of it from Twitter. Days later, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre told reporters that the president was not briefed, was not aware of it. No one at the White House was informed of the raid. She argued that Biden and other White House officials learned about the Trump property search via the public media. "We learned about it the same way the American people did," she explained. However, in a letter to NARA acting archivist Deborah Stidle-Wall, AFLF stated that the Biden administration's claim that the White House was unaware of the search is surprising given the evidence showing that the FBI obtained access to these records through a special access request from the Biden White House on behalf of the Department of Justice. Trump has accused the White House of knowing about the raid ahead of time and has accused the DOJ and FBI of carrying out a politically motivated attack on him. In a letter to Congress, NARA stated that after learning of classified information in 15 boxes of presidential records submitted by Trump in January 2022, its staff contacted the DOJ and were then removed from the investigation. The archives stated in a letter, PDF, to Representative Michael Turner, Republican Ohio, that the problem of the Trump documents was submitted to the DOJ in January 2022, months before the FBI raid, and that it has not been involved in the DOJ investigation or any searches that it has conducted since then. However, papers collected by the AFLF indicate otherwise. Notably, despite the archives' claim that it had not been involved in the DOJ investigation, AFLF wrote in its letter to Wall, the documents show that the archives official responsible for administering all access requests for presidential records, John Laster, was involved in preparing the 15 boxes for FBI review as late as August 23, 2022. Wall stated in the letter to NARA officials, PDF, that the DOJ had urged Biden to request that NARA grant the FBI access to the 15 boxes and that the White House counsel's office formally transmitted that request on April 11, 2022. At stake was the White House's request, on behalf of the Department of Justice, DOJ, that NARA grant the FBI access to the 15 boxes so that the FBI and others in the intelligence community could examine them, Wall wrote. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel.